Can you believe it? 50 races into the Marble Survival 100 at the end of today. It seems almost unbelievable to think that all of the marbles that are competing in what is also a new week have done 49 races in 49 days. You think they need a break? No. They are ready to keep going, and so am I. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. Well, we have a new week and, a twist. No traps this week. Intriguing. Usually we see obstacles of treachery, and we get to learn their names and their shapes before we get going. Not so today. We are rolling. This is a straight... Oh, wait a minute. The ghost marble has not dislodged. That's quite a twist as well. So if anybody gets stuck, well, they are done. Unless one of their other competitors manages to nudge them free, there is no ghost marble for cleanup like we usually see. Also, just because there's no traps doesn't mean that there is no way to get stuck on this course. Several marbles will tell you that they have become stationary on the most mundane of situations. Everything nicely color-coded this time around, too, I might add. Thunderbolts, they bump by the green bell. Oh no, we still have more. It's O'Rangers who are in dead last right now. Pinkies are leading. Snowball's close behind as a lot of marbles taking that upper line before they dive into these red triangles and pyramids. It is still the O'Rangers out there in last. The battle for second to last is fairly close, and it looks like it's changing a bit as we come through. It may belong to the Oceanics at the moment. Finishers across the line. These back three are all going to be very close. While the O'Rangers did improve, they could not get by the Bumblebees who finished just in front of them, but it is the Oceanics that will be coming in dead last. You can see the field not too stretched out. There are the finishers. Mellow Yellow, Purple Rockets, Savage Speeders, Jungle Jumpers, and Raspberry Racers filling out the top 5. This list getting shorter by the week, of course. Down in the bottom of the order. 14th on down, Pinkies, Team Momo, Bumblebees, O'Rangers, and Oceanics. The final 3 marbles across the line, very close together. Swack's got the better of them. And O'Rangers and Oceanics will be fighting from behind to start this week. Of course, everybody goes back to 0 after yesterday's elimination, and moving forward, we have 6 more races before the next elimination round. 2 O teams found themselves at the bottom of the order yesterday, but nobody got an O on the scoreboard. That is a 0, because there are no traps this week. That one was announced right before the start of this one. Fans, as they worked their way into the stands, noticed, but kind of wondered, maybe there's something that they're not seeing? No, this is just a totally different curveball on a color-coded track. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. Everything laid out quite nicely, separating the colors. And how will the track separate our marbles when they cross the line? We got a sneak peek yesterday with Mellow Yellow beating the Purple Rockets, but it was the O'Rangers and the Oceanics coming across the line in dead last. The 2 of them will hope to improve today, but with a smaller and smaller field, there is less room for error as we go along. This race, of course, starts the second half of the Marble Survival 100. It's race 51. Down they come. Early on yesterday, the Ghost Marble did not trip. This time it has, playing cleanup duty in case anybody gets stuck. It is the Savage Speeders at the back of the field right now. They get by the Minty Maniacs going near side compared to far. As everybody comes down through those blue waves wobbling back and forth, the Minty Maniacs appear to have a little space by themselves as the Savage Speeders have now leapt up the order. Over on the far side, that's where several of these marbles have opted to go. Now we've got a few takers on the low side here. The Speeders are among them, working their way actually now up into the top 5. Farther back, it is still Minty Maniacs. Looks like the Pinkies are also back there. Snowball's in the lead right now. If they get off of that little red cone, they may be able to stretch that lead. They will come across the line and pick up the win. Good battle for second place as we turn our attention farther back. It looks like Minty Maniacs have a bit of separation between the rest of the field. Who will come in that second to last place finish? I believe it's the O-Rangers. Again, for the second race in a row, the O-Rangers... Oh, wait a minute. We do have a DNF. The Thunderbolts are stuck in the yellow sector. Well, forget what I was saying about finishing second to last, because technically it was third to last. Second to last across the line, but Shock gets a 0 on the board. I had just said yesterday, don't let the simplicity of this track lull you into a false sense of security. You can still DNF, and that is exactly what happened. Good second showing by the Purple Rockets. They improved on an already impressive point total in the first round. They go 19 and then 17. Snowballs, also good couple of finishes up there for them. The Thunderbolts 0 puts them down into the relegation zone right now, with the O-Rangers back there with just 5 points. Oceanics, they netted 15 points today. That lifted them up to 10th. Still, 5 events to go this week. There's going to be a lot of moving around. Will your marble make it? Will your team advance? Will your favorites survive? Shock from the Thunderbolts became our first DNF on this new course yesterday, getting stuck right up against a pawn, while everybody else worked their way down across the finish line. It's a difficult situation to be in, watching everybody else collect points while you sit helpless, especially if the Ghost Marble does not collect you. But the good news is there are several races to go in the early part of the second half of the Marble Survival 100. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods, ready for race 52, race 3 of 7 this week, with 18 survivors remaining. Who is feeling a little nervous back there? You gotta think Bumblebees, Minty Maniacs, Pinkies, Thunderbolts, and O-Rangers. Those last 2 are in the relegation zone, and would love to do enough today to get out. Down we go! Who will march on and survive? Getting whisked to the back of the field after those initial snowplows, it looked like the Snowballs. Oceanics and Thunderbolts are running a bit better today. Yellow down there on the bottom side. O-Rangers are also trying to pick up the pace, but they get splayed to the far side up against the wall, and that triangle that leads them back into the slalom of green sector. Now down with a little kiss of the bell. The Purple Rockets have been running well this entire week. Consistency is key, especially because it builds a margin for error later on. Chocolatiers struggling off the back of the pack, momentarily getting hung up. You can see that Ghost Marble in the background, but was not needed. Purple Rockets take the lead, fighting for the back here as marbles are taking different lines. It's a little tough to tell until they all come together, and there it looked like Chocolatiers were last. Coming across the line. Front half of the field is through. Limers have gone backwards. O-Rangers come across in a better position than earlier this week, but it looks like, pending any DNFs, of course that is the Ghost Marble still rolling up there, we've got a different back two. Yes, it is Slime Lime and Starry. The Limers and Team Galactic make up the back 2 spots this race. No DNFs this time. Purple Rockets, consistent throughout, 53 points. They lead the Savage Speeders by 4. Another 4 back to Mellow Yellow. Then it's Jungle Jumpers, Snowballs, Indigo Stars, Minty Maniacs, and Oceanics. They've been on the climb since that 1-point finish in round 1. Limers down in 14th. Team Primary, Team Galactic now on the bubble, and it's Pinkies and O-Rangers that sit in the bottom 2. Still very close with really the whole back half of the field. One great finish can catapult you up the order, and everybody is going to be hoping for that tomorrow. This week has been a colorful one, not the least of which because of our track, the different sectors of it, portioned by their hues. But we also look at the bottom of the order to find 2 other colors in the danger zone. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. Yes, this track, no traps this week. but that has not stopped some of our teams from DNFing and it causing some headaches, especially for the two that are at the bottom of the order right now, Pinkies and O-Rangers. Two colors that would love to be out of that danger zone. Purple Rockets, Savage Speeders, and Mellow Yellow, they are at the top in the top three. Toward the back, Limers, Team Primary, Team Galactic, they're safe for now, but when you get down into smaller numbers, later on in this Marble Survival 100, every single place matters. Off they go in the race to survive. Who filters through? In dead last, it is Minty Maniacs getting caught up on some of those little spikes. Around the ponds they come. Raspberry Racers leading the way. The O-Rangers, who need a good result, they are in there, but struggling to get around that green cone. Minty Maniacs have picked up some spots as well. Now O-Rangers dive to the bottom side here. Pinkies are still in the mix toward the back of the field. They're needing to make up a few places if they hope to get a good points haul here. Limers, they also momentarily get caught up during the yellow sector. A glancing blow of the bell for several of our competitors. The Ghost Marble has gotten in front of a few of them too. Down into the red. Coming out from underneath the logo, blasting back out into the light. This will be a different finishing order than what we've had prior. Across the line they come. Momo is safe along with Savage Speeders. Limers might have gotten pipped at the line right there. O-Rangers, they notch a top half of the order finish. That is what they needed too. Pinkies, not so much. And we did have several marbles get in front of the Ghost Marble by the end. Oh, but we do have at least one DNF. Mellow Yellow is caught. They get a 0. Starry comes last for Team Galactic. Minty Maniacs come in 16th behind Pinky Panther for the Pinkies. And what does this do to our points standings in race 4 of 7 this week? Savage Speeders up at the top in front of Purple Rockets, Snowballs, Jungle Jumpers, Team Momo, Mellow Yellow, Indigo Stars, and Oceanics. Chocolatiers and Raspberry Racers making out the top 10. That 3 for the Minty Maniacs pushes them on the outside looking in of the top 10. Then it's Limers, Thunderbolts, Bumblebees, Team Primary. O-Rangers have lifted themselves safe for now, but they're on the bubble. They are just in front of Team Galactic and the Pinkies, who are knotted at 18 and make up the 2 positions that are in danger of elimination in 3 races' time. If your team is on the outside looking in, are they going to make it? Stay tuned and find out. Back half of the week is coming at you fast, and for 2 teams that are knotted at 18 points apiece and sit in the relegation zone, you might see them sweat just a little more, even though the temperature outside is not too bad. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods, back inside of this stadium setup along this ever-changing track. Now in the second half of this week, before we reach our next elimination round, who will navigate and make their way to the bottom with dwindling number of marbles each week? The point spreads begin to look a little different in terms of when you reach safety versus not. Galactic and Pinkies are back there, but O-Rangers just got out of elimination last race. They hope to avoid going back there. Team Primary and several others, they don't even want to know what it's like to be in the bottom 2 this late in the week. Down we come. Who will make it through? Anybody going to be safe after this one, by the way? I know that's a big ask 3 days from elimination, but it could happen. Mellow Yellow racing up there at the front. They have been up there at the front for this entire week in terms of the championship order. Oceanics out there in the lead in the yellow section. You see the O-Rangers, you see the Limers over there on the top side. They're following each other, I think along with Thunderbolts, snaking through what is now in the yellow portion. Underneath the bridge logo. Not too many hitting off of that bell in this obstacle-less track this week. Field still fairly bunched up. We did have one DNF. That was Mellow Yellow last time around. The Ghost Marble Didn't trip a few races ago, but has this time, just in case anybody needs some cleanup duty. We already have our top 2 finishers across the line. Nice run for the Pinkies there. They needed that. Chocolatiers coming across late. Thunderbolts took their time. Anybody not make it? This is when DNFs really start to hurt you, when there's very limited time remaining. There was the race across the line, and yes, snowballs. They are stuck somewhere higher up on the course. Shock from the Thunderbolts did come in last among the finishers. But 0 points for the Snowballs. We do have a green. Savage Speeders are safe. Double-digit points finishes for all 5 so far. That includes 3 podium finishes, too. They are going to be moving on into next week. Down at the bottom, both Orangers and Pinkies are no longer in elimination. They were a couple of races ago. Now the dubious distinction goes to Team Primary and Team Galactic. 10-point spread between Galactic and Primary. That may be difficult to make up in the remaining races. That team will be full steam ahead for what is left. With just 2 races to go before elimination and 1 team safe, guaranteed to make it to next week, the atmosphere in this stadium begins to shift as teams will be trying their darndest to make it to the next round of the Marble Survival 100. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. The atmosphere is always great inside of this arena. The fans are really what makes it. You can hear their cheers. They stick around afterward. They hang out around the stadium. I believe several of them tried racing each other in a full lap around the outside of the stadium. And don't get me started on some of the conga lines that you do not see on the race broadcast. Team Primary and Team Galactic sit at the bottom of the order. It's a 1-point difference between Primary and the Thunderbolts, who are on the bubble looking outside into elimination. Those that are left, they know that they can make a nice push today and potentially get safe for next week. Others, maybe they can do their part to stave off getting knocked out for 1 more week. Down we come. Snowballs, who DNF'd yesterday, they are toward the back of the order. Pinkies are also back there after getting out of the elimination zone. They were down there for quite a while. Bumblebees riding up front. Mellow Yellow got stuck a couple of races ago. We've had a few DNFs, surprisingly, on this track that doesn't have any traps on it. Don't let that one trick you, however. Going past the bell, is anybody going to make contact? Yeah, just a couple, not too many. Nice chimes there. Savage Speeders taking a beeline away from that thing as soon as they got in the vicinity. Already down into the red sector here. Limers are at the back of the pack. They are getting hounded by the Ghost Marble. Savage Speeders also found themselves back there. They come to a stop and get bumped by both the Limers and the Ghost Marble, and now they are in last place. Mellow Yellow looks like they're back there too. Now they have shuffled to dead last. Are they going to get by across the line? That's going to be a photo finish too close to call. I believe the Savage Speeders may have edged ahead. Let's watch on the replay here. Nope, we get timing and scoring officially telling us, no guessing needed, Speedy does get by Jelle right at the end. How many are green? Just 5. Just 5 teams are safe heading into the elimination round. That is not very many. Raspberry Racers, the first among them who are not safe. Mellow Yellow, Indigo Stars, Snowballs, Bumblebees, Primary, Chocolatiers, the Orangers, Minty Maniacs, Limers, Thunderbolts, and our bottom 2 still Pinkies now, and Team Galactic. Galactic made up a nice points haul, but can't get themselves out of the bottom 2. The Pinkies 8 drops them backward. And tomorrow, we say goodbye to 2 teams. Will yours make it to next week? Since the Marble Survival 100 began, it has been a while since we've entered the final round of a week, heading into the elimination with just 5 teams who are safe. Everybody else, they are still in danger. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. Take a deep breath. We will get through this one way or another. There's a lot riding on this race for so many of our competitors. For the Pinkies and for Team Galactic, they find themselves at the back. Savage Speeders, Purple Rockets, Oceanics, Momo, and the Jungle Jumpers, they are all safe. We had just one team safe before yesterday's race, 5 of them after. Today, we will have 16 who will make it to the next round. Which 2 will be racing their last? We're about to find out. Cheer them on. Off they go. One more time this week. We're watching for several of those teams who have found themselves in the bottom of the order, but there's so many who are still mathematically in danger. No matter where you look, there is drama. It's a chase for the lead up front right now, currently inhabited by the Raspberry Racers. They opt for the high line. It seems that most of the top 4, at least, took that upper line. There they go past the bell. Team Primary, they almost hit it, but they managed to miss it. Savage Speeders, they're making up several spots. There go Minty Maniacs right into the bell. Pinkies are racing up there. There goes Mellow Yellow, too. Farther back, it seemed that there was a split in the field. 2 teams well back beyond anybody else. Where do you see Team Galactic? There's the Pinkies. They actually went back up the course as they came out from that tunnel and went up the half pipe. It is O-Rangers back there. Is that Team Galactic up on the high line? At this point, it is looking like they will for sure be eliminated. Finishers coming across here with some urgency. The Pinkies have crossed. Momo, O-Rangers. There comes Team Galactic with a look of defeat. They know that their time in this tournament is over. Slime, Lime, and Swax get the win over Diego and Shock Snowdrift up front. At the back, unfortunately, that will guarantee elimination by Team Galactic, but who else will join them? Purple Rockets win the week over the Savage Speeders, and Oceanics, nicely done to our podium finishers. Oceanics had 1 point in round 1. Talk about a good recovery. The Pinkies are also gone. Pinkies and Team Galactic will be eliminated, and by 2 points, the O-Rangers survive to race another week. No DNFs in the final round, but the margins were already large for Team Galactic and the Pinkies. It would have taken quite a finish to get them out of the bottom 2, and it did not come to fruition. Purple Rockets, they have been looking good over the last couple of weeks, really even longer than that. I think they have found that secret formula to making this format work for them. But as of tomorrow, everybody goes back to 0.